Late one evening, this man heard something so aggressive happening in the forest outside his house that it sent him running with a torch to check it out. But the longer he spent staring at the tree line, the more he realized that he was witnessing his worst nightmares incarnate.
Gorillas fighting in the tree. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me. I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second time I've come over here. And the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me. And I still cannot figure out what it is. Look, they're ruining this freaking place. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because it's breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw.
Thick branches are being flung down from the tops of the trees.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
But that was far from the worst of it. The guy had no idea just how aggressive the entity would become the longer he shone the light on it. From what we can gather of what the guy is saying in the video, he has lived near that woodland for a long time and often chopped down trees there. He says that he knows the entity in the trees is bigger and stronger than him, because the stuff falling down in 2 seconds would have taken him at least 2 minutes to saw. There isn't much that you can see in the trees aside from the branches plummeting to the ground. Even zooming into the tree shows nothing of much note. But whatever it is, definitely isn't human. Then, it all got worse.
Look, see, he's coming right above me right here. He's fixing to throw something at me, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't like you messing with them. Look. What in God's name is going on? Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be a, I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and it doing this. It's something stronger than a bear. And he is pissed. Yeah, that's a healthy tree. About 8 to 10, maybe even 12 inches in diameter that he just broke because he's pissed because I'm getting close to him. I think I'm going to bounce because I think he just hit the ground, which means he's about to face me on foot. And I don't really want to wrestle with somebody that can tear trees down. Just because they're mad. My God, look at the tree he just freaking broke in half.
How would any animal or human be able to take down an entire tree like that? Some commenters bring up the existence of a mythical creature by the name of Capri, a creature from Philippine mythology. They are often described as tree giants or ape-like in their appearance, who hang out in tall trees to smoke cigars. Many say that's the best way to know no one is nearby if tree branches are falling when there's no strong wind around. And in the midst of the leaves, you can almost make out a face that matches that description. The video is blurry, but there seems to be a faint ghostly outline of an animal-like face right in the middle. Could this be some kind of cryptid? Or perhaps a bear falling through the trees? But, as many commenters clarified, how would a bear break down an entire tree? Some believe it could be an exploding tree, a natural phenomenon where the tree sap reaches its freezing point. The trunk is hit by lightning or affected by a forest fire. Due to the conditions, a tree can emit loud sounds while crackling and sometimes even collapse. But this guy seems convinced that there's some kind of living being responsible for the damage. Usually, our gut instincts are pretty spot on. Do you think this could be the work of some kind of forest cryptid, or an ancient mythological creature, or a natural phenomenon? Leave your theories down below.
Oh, it's gotta be a...
Number 4. Sneak attack. This family had set up home security cameras after a few run-ins with what they believed to be a paranormal entity. After one too many times looking at something topple to the floor untouched and sensing a strange presence, they wanted to catch something on camera. But it was their cat that ended up capturing something spooky. The cat's leg just gets yanked into the air by nothing at all. You can see its whole body and tail as it ascends, and there is no hand holding any part of it. So what happened? It doesn't look like a jump, unless this cat knows how to do a somersault and hover in the air while doing so. Could this be the poltergeist footage the family wanted to catch? Or is there something behind this footage that we haven't managed to figure out? Let us know your thoughts. By the way, a huge thank you to our members of the week, Chelsea Pinkston and Crystal Alcantara. You can join the wonderful people who make this content possible by signing up to our Patreon, or you can just like and subscribe. It's free and it helps a ton. Number 3. You'll need a priest. My Haunted Hotel in Chester is an immersive and terrifying experience created by a trio dedicated to catching raw and real paranormal evidence. Created by the aptly named group My Haunted Project, it is a 24/7 live surveillance of real guests' supposedly real experiences in one of the most haunted hotels in the UK, clocking in at over 400 years old. The place is drenched with tragic history, and they've had no problems with catching some genuinely convincing paranormal evidence. One of the most haunted elements of the hotel is an item they keep in room 8. A locked box that contains a doll known as the UK's answer to Annabelle, Grace, the most haunted doll in England.
You wanna go out? You wanna leave it? You wanna go? Grab what is going on in there?
Call out the names Mammon and Orobas.
Mammon and Orobas. What the f***? Oh my god, it's a child. It's mimicking a child.
No, I got to get out. My eyes are burning. My eyes are burning.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What does this mean, Jeanette? Oh my god.
While skeptics might assume the noises coming from the room are either edited in or faked with a speaker, surely the guests who stay there would be able to tell. So why are they so petrified? Considering the powerful nature of the haunted items they keep in the hotel, it is no surprise that the strange happenings are pretty active in the bar area as well. While either working, drinking or dining, people have experienced all sorts of head-scratching events that shook them to their cores.
With up to 24 cameras throughout the building, there is over 4,000 hours worth of footage recorded each week, and with hundreds of paranormal enthusiasts passing through weekly, the eyewitness accounts can be backed up every time.
The pub is now more popular than ever. We have people from all over the world that come here to embrace the paranormal atmosphere, and it's amazing when we capture general public experiencing things during the day. I got a text message of James, one of the bar staff. You would have seen him on the show before, and he asked me to check some footage back of the glasses come off the shelf. Now, it's really weird. Not often this happens. Happened one Christmas ago, a few years ago. This is the first time I've actually caught it underneath the till. Could it be stacked weird? I don't know, but it never normally happens.
It's worth noting that we did ask James a number of questions about this.
With so much history behind this place, it is so out of pocket to think it could be the work of something beyond our comprehension. The activity is 10 times creepier in the rooms. However, they are all apparently haunted by a different spirit. Ranging from small children to clergy men, the group cannot escape their fears. In room 1, this is what they've experienced during decorating.
Well, I'm not telling you how much I'm here. It's the only thing you won't answer, but it's enough. You know, we just ignored that for like a full minute. No. Fine. I didn't hear anyone. Off. No, there's not. No, someone's running hidden. No, wait, what?
And then in room 2, they saw something even more chilling.
What just happened? The doll!
The fun doesn't stop there, however, because while the group put all of their attention into the rooms and the pub, something even more sinister was going on below them. Down in the cellar, a camera trap was placed in there randomly one day, on the off chance something could be caught. Which is how they caught this picture. This image is one of the most notorious catches from the hotel, with nobody being able to come up with an explanation for this shadow figure. Another of the real hotspots is the nursery area, filled to the brim with creepy old dolls and the supposed souls of children who once played there. The activity in there never stops for the cameras.
The other thing in this room is an incredibly haunted doll. When we first put this in here, it was a normal doll, just like the other 70 dolls in this building, and... Oh! Oh my god! No way!
The nursery has also produced some terrifying sounds before this footage was even captured.
Tuesday sessions.
What?
Brett, I don't know if you can hear me, I've just heard a voice in here.
Tuesday sessions. Tuesday sessions.
Where are those voices coming from?
Tuesday sessions.
Another voice was captured in the next room, where during his own personal investigation, the owner attempted to make contact with the previous tenant of the room, only to be left shivering when he received his answer.
Who threw themselves out the window? Or did you get pushed out the window? What is your name? What the
The name Heidi is distinctly whispered to him.
What the
But there was nobody else with him in that room. If you want to go into the hotel for yourself to try and see some of this activity with your own eyes, you can book on their website, myhauntedproject.org. Number 2. Persistent poltergeist. William and Keith Davies have been struggling with some kind of otherworldly entities in their home for as long as they can remember. Always hearing something from the other rooms and noticing things being out of place when they were certain they hadn't been touched. So when the activity in their kitchen began to ramp up, they were able to pull out a camera and catch some of it on video.
Something noise come from somewhere. You see that cool don't move again?
A little bit.
Benji, why are you looking up there for? There's nothing there. I always seem to be looking up in the corner of the wall.
I know.
Every time you look up in the corner of the wall, things start to happen.
Yeah, I know. Now it's moving again. Oh my god.
Do you want to go over there with the camera and close the door?
Okay.
I would dare switch it. I've already been in and done this before. Yeah, just move when you try to push it close.
Yeah, if I do it again.
Whoa.
For fuck's sake.
There's not even attached to the door, is there?
No.
This is not normal, man. This is way not normal. I don't like this. This is not normal. Something does not like me. Something does not like me.
It don't like me either.
It could be one of those cupboards where the doors open by themselves if not pressed shut properly, but if that were the case, surely they would have swung open earlier. So who or what opened them? While trying to figure that out, William and Keith decided to turn the lights off, attempting to draw out something out towards them. They soon regretted that choice.
I've just got back from the toilet and stuff is still happening. That's why I had to pause it. You can see, oh, you can't see how it changes. Oh, you can see, oh, that's not possible. Oh, this is too much.
They are the only two people in the house, so what could those lights be? Could they be eyes, or some kind of reflective orb? They had no time to consider, because the activity just kept getting stronger throughout the rest of their home, with their dog noticing something strange too.
You see what I mean? Every time he looks up, he can see things, man. Look at him. He just knows it's there. Look.
I know.
Move.
Come on, Benji, move, mate.
Oh man, he knows something's there. What are you looking at me for? What are you looking at me for? Oh, wait. No.
He's looking under, he thinks it's under there.
Let's keep our eye off the dog for the moment, Chris. That dog seems to know, man. He just keeps looking up in the corners though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know,
Fucking
see
hell.
that? Did that move?
Yeah, I can't. Didn't see it. Fucking hell.
It's well known that dogs and cats are very sensitive to paranormal activity, and the fact that their dog knew exactly where the activity was about to take place makes this video feel all the more genuine. After that happened, the night descended into madness, with the spirit using a crazy frog plush toy to communicate with the family.
Did you murder somebody you loved? Yeah.
Nodded twice.
Why do you use a cuddly toy and not speak to us?
Fucking hell.
Pissed off.
But then I look where it is. It's on the floor.
Face down as well.
Fuck, he's been... I think he's dead.
Oh.
Fuck, moving in my feet.
Oh, no way. I'm gonna pick it up.
Fucking hell.
That.
Here you go, I'll try and pick it up. Fucking hell.
How they would have been able to fake this is beyond us.
Fucking hell.
We would have seen if a string were tied to the plush somewhere, but because we can't actually see either of the pair behind the camera, they could be up to anything. But they were able to continue catching strange happenings on camera as the supposed spirit began to feed off of their attention.
Pencil, phone, remote, tissues, water, cross. I've been doing this for the last couple of days. We'll see if anything happens. Hello? So much shit's happening. There's a pencil gone. Something's in here and I don't like it, man. Oh, holy shit. The fuck? Whoa. Why's that standing up?
The pencil is not on that surface at the beginning of the video. When he turned the camera back, it had somehow managed to prop itself up with a perfect balance. How can that even happen? There doesn't seem to be any jump cuts in the video, and placing a pencil down to stand like that would take some serious concentration. Even if someone were hiding to stand the pencil up while the camera was turned, it would be near impossible for them to do it so quickly. The activity continued casting an uneasy feeling over the bedroom, but not just at night. These hauntings began taking place in bright daylight.
Been hearing noises again. It's happening as usual. Daylight this time. Coming from over there. Shit. Me, man. What the fuck? Couldn't see. All PlayStation games fell down. Fuck me. fucking stupid is this? Have I seen them move again? Oh shit. Let's move. Hey, what the f is going on? Fucking stupid.
This spirit is stubborn. Based on the actions, it fits the profile of a poltergeist quite well, just trying to wreak havoc on whoever they come into close contact with. The strangest thing here is the fact that he is putting all of the stuff back, and yet it all falls again multiple times. Surely, if there were a string, you'd have a limited amount of times you could pull it before it would become noticeable, and this kind of thing just kept on happening.
Press it. Ooh, but you know, how is it old? Is that possible? Strange choice of newspaper, though.
When he picked up the newspaper and tried to take a closer look, the poltergeist didn't seem to want to leave it alone.
I find that weird. What's this magic newspaper towel?
It could just be sliding off the table by itself, but considering everything else that William has experienced, could he genuinely be dealing with an unruly poltergeist? Or is there another explanation behind these events? Number 1. Making friends. Zona de Terror spends his time exploring creepy abandoned buildings so we don't have to. And on a few of his recent investigations, he was able to capture some genuinely unsettling footage. While checking out an abandoned hospital in China, he was confronted with one of the strangest sights he had ever seen that soon made him jump out of his skin. The first question is, how on earth did the leg and the door move by themselves? There's clearly nobody else inside the room or anywhere near him. And what was a pair of stuffed trousers and shoes doing in an abandoned hospital? It could be some weird teaching prop for practicing medical education. But who the hell would leave that there? The compelling thing about this video is how genuinely terrified he sounds. You couldn't get a scream like that out of someone who wasn't scared. He left promptly, But it seems as though something had latched onto him from that room, because this was what happened in his kitchen afterwards.
Ê, 有人吗？哎，不好意思啊，阿北，如果你不欢迎我的话，你可以出声吗？打扰了。我操！靠北，我才刚开播啊，大哥！
A fridge door, designed with heavy magnets to stay sealed, doesn't just swing open and close like that on its own. It's being played with, and the fact that this happens right after his terrifying encounter in the hospital is no coincidence. He went looking for something in that abandoned building, and it seems he found it, or rather, it found him. It's a terrifying final thought. Most people think ghosts are tied to a place, a house, a graveyard. They believe that if you just walk away, you're safe. Perhaps this footage comes to prove that sometimes the ghosts aren't in the house, they're in you. How does a child sitting with her legs apart for balance suddenly fall backwards like she's been pulled by the hair? Then, a blue bottle stem strangely appears out of nowhere, as if it were delivered by the Tooth Fairy, which she picks up and starts nibbling on. But this was the first time something this scary was caught. So what do you think? Real poltergeist activity,